It's so crazy how they always kick you offline. But you should see these fools on the computer. These fools literally will kick you off the. They'll literally kick you off the server.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Armor King.
But yeah, the dojo is getting crowded, and I really want to get more characters in there because, I mean, sitting here playing against these jabronis, like expecting to learn something from them, that's just a joke. And just so, like, I can't keep playing them with the same characters because then they'll just, you know. Long story short, the best way to keep the game together at this stage is to make the game as vast as possible. And that's by basically becoming a master of it and playing as many characters as possible. So by playing as many characters as possible, what it will do is, one, it'll keep the Jones on their toes. And two, what it will do is it will show them other characters to play, and it'll get them to play those characters. Because what will happen is jabronis will just pretty much just, you think that they're doing something, they're not doing a damn thing. These people are like stream monsters. They'll just sit there and play those characters the same way all day while they're just sitting there, doing their little casual bullshit. So by playing other characters, they're able to actually like have like a point of reference for those characters, and they're encouraged to also play those characters. And what it will do is it will slowly but surely diversify the player base to the point where, best case scenario, you have a very like sort of pure environment for fighting fighters. Because, I mean, for me to sit here and just be like, all right, cool, let me just play King all the way until the point where I get to Tekken God. One, they will memorize a lot. So for that reason, it'll force a situation where you not being a master is really going to kind of work at your detriment. And then two, they will just stop playing you altogether. Like, they'll just start ducking you and stuff like that, and then before you know it, believe it or not, you will get to the point where you'll be like 15, 20 minutes just to get one game. And it's weird because you always think it's unreal. Like, when you first start playing, you're like, oh yeah, right, like, look at all this, everyone's playing, oh yeah, right. Wait till you start definitively winning. That's when all of a sudden these people are going to be more cautious about coming out. And it's this reason why you want to play a good set of characters whatever stage you're at, because this way you have you can take advantage of where you're at in your sort of learning curve, because the higher you get, the less people there are. So it's better to so if you're gonna learn something, it's better to learn as much as you can while it's as easy as it can be, because the less people there are, the harder it gets. And it's just, you can fight your way to the top, different ways, but I'm getting to the point where I'm just really more concerned with just mastering the game more so I can really just kind of get to like a god status. So for this reason, like I said, you want to play a multitude of characters. If your objective is like to play in a tournament or something like that and to like win or something like that, you could sit there and play a really small set of characters and go far. It's just to be able to play truly and purely and absolutely under any circumstances, any situation, any time, any place, and to just basically consistently be able to play at an astronomical level relative to the average player, then that's just gonna, that means you're gonna have to get to a god status. And I've gotten to masters, to a master status in both Soul Calibur and Tekken, with within this time, but I've never actually gone all the way to God status, and that's basically what I'm doing with it. But regardless, in order to get there, you still have to become a master first, and I'm not even at that point. So that just basically kind of shows you the way that things go. From like a true online perspective, and a lot of people don't know that. It's for this reason, like a lot of the best players come from online.
No pain, no gain. Round one. Fight.
It's like, look at the connection and look at how much the screen has lagged.
Two. Fight.
Like, look at this. Like, look at how much they really have to cheat. Like, seriously, this is so pitiful. Like, this is seriously how much they have to cheat. This is how trash they are. And this is what you don't want to be. And this is what this is about. I know a lot of times you all see me like lose and stuff like that. Maybe you may think whatever. Those fools were just like these punks. And that's the reason why a lot of them are trash. And you know what I mean? It just is what it is. But that's the result of someone that doesn't know how to fight. These fools are playing video games. They're sitting there looking at it like, oh, you want to beat this guy? And they sit there and try to fight you as if they're sitting over here using some game facts or some shit like that. Using a strategy guide. Oh, the strategy to beat this person is don't ever let them do this. And then, you know what I'm saying? They're sitting there trying to fight you like some boss on some fighting game. And that's the reason why they quit out like that. They're like, oh no, this is beyond my level. It's just ridiculous because these people are literally using switches. I always want to dumb the game down to something stupid like this. Some stupid ass gig as two punch bullshit. And then here we go with this freaking laggy ass fire pit all the damn time. I told you. This is why when you play online with these games, you have to play them with absolute control because it's the only way you're just going to deal with these fools because you cannot give them any space of existence. See, the thing about them is they look at my play style, they try to mimic it with their stupid ass rush downs, not understanding I'm not rushing these fools down at all. It's a simple fact of I don't give these fools a break.
Fight.
You can't.
KO. Round 2. Fight. KO. Round 3. Fight. KO. Round 4. Fight. KO. Final round. Fight.
Jabroni's always forced in these wacko situations.
New challenger.
Getting some noodles right now. Oh man, you can't forget to eat while you playing against these jabronis, man. Hold on.
New challenger. New challenger. New challenger.
I wish I had something to talk about, but I don't. I just gotta play a lot of Tekken a day, you know, just get through a lot of the ranks with a lot of characters. There are a lot. The advantage to PlayStation is there's just a lot of opponents. The disadvantage to PlayStation is my display is way slower, and they cheat way more. So it is what it is. It's kind of, but it's cool though.
Right now, there are
Channel 2 investigation has found that the Chicago Housing Authority wasted millions of dollars on low-income housing that was never finished. It was part of a...
In the spring of 2007, the Chicago Housing Authority...
Channel 2 investigation has found that the...
Three children desperately want to move into public housing. They're among thousands of families on the waiting list. Three children desperately want to move into public housing. They're among thousands of families on the waiting list.
All I want is some peace. I am tired of being cold.
Each night, the family goes to sleep afraid that their apartment will catch on fire.
I hope God the stove or nothing don't explode while we laying up there sleep. If anybody got any kind of feeling out there, if they got a partner that I can pay, let me know. Please.
About a mile away from the war fields, these CHA row houses have been sitting vacant and boarded up for years. They're part of two contracts to build or renovate 234 apartments scattered around the city, homes that poor people could be living in. Most of the apartments were never finished, and the $8 million budget is now gone. CHA records show that one reason why the money's gone is the agency paid for work that was not done. In this sixth flat, the agency paid $2,000 for new hardware. It was never installed. Paid $3,000 for all the plastering. It was not all done. Paid $10,000 for rough carpentry. It wasn't finished. In fact, work in 2 of the 6 apartments was never even started. The contractor was Gerald Cantor, president of Industrial Structures Incorporated, ISI. Cantor was hired by the CHA despite his bad track record with the agency. In 1981, the CHA staff said the quality of his previous work was very unsatisfactory. They would not recommend hiring the company again. But 4 months later, the CHA hired Cantor anyway. They gave him the Scattered Sites contract because Cantor was the low bidder. Now the CHA is trying to undo the damage. Here, the circuit breaker panel was installed without a cover, leaving live wires exposed. At other buildings, electrical outlets were not properly installed. And at this building, the electrician used the wrong wire. It's not heavy enough for the current.
It's a sloppy working fairly.
That can result in what?
Well, it can result in the fire and the loss of property and the loss of life.
In several buildings, the plumbers damaged important... Right now, there are... Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Raina, which means a fresh spoken word.
Whew. Another thing about tacking is it helps to be doing something in the background while you're kind of like fighting. So this way you're not just constantly like waiting for the next fight in anticipation, all super eager and stuff like that. Because when you're tense like that, it can be kind of draining. I mean, it is draining. For me, I like to be doing something like drinking like BCAs, which is what I'm doing right now. If I'm applying for jobs, it's something that can be done. I just would say if you're gonna do it to where like you apply for jobs, you just want to make sure that at least you have a good display. Because at least that way you don't have to be compensating for lag, because that's another layer of weight. It's just, if you don't win and you're doing something like technical, these fools literally kick you off the server and run because they can't sit there and do that little premeditated bullshit they don't plan out. One thing about jabronis, man, never underestimate how just pitiful they are. Ever. They are some straight dust balls. It's interesting like how when someone doesn't learn how to fight, how they interpret fighting. Because most of them have a horrible interpretation. And truly speaking, like any interpretation of fighting that's not proper is typically a bad interpretation. I think a lot of it has to do with how fear and negativity coincide in most people's minds. It's a very natural way of thinking. But fighting is so much more than that. But a lot of people would never know that if they've never fought before. This is the reason why a lot of people just can't fight. Can't fight. So yeah, right now what I'm doing is getting something to drink ready. I'm gonna do a tomorrow. I probably should be doing it right now, but I left my camera mount in storage, so I'm just kind of reluctant to do like a live stream without like a camera mount. But yeah, you want to have something going on in the background. Right now, I'm just trying to basically anchor in a little bit more just by just eating enough food so that I never get into a state of starvation. And then also having things on the side, like something to drink, like water, some type of snack, just to just basically get through the hours. Whenever I'm here and I have, I'm on PlayStation, I'm typically, indoors at like a house, and I'm in an environment where I can recover, and that's basically what I do. So with that happening, I have to eat a lot of food. So I'm always just trying to just get like a time for a little snack in here and there, like water here and there. And right now, I'm thinking of a peanut butter jelly and banana sandwich. Another thing about Tekken is like I have smoking Tekken. I'm thinking that my next episode of Smoking Tekken is gonna be. You know what? There's this thing about me talking about stuff. So with that in mind, I'm not sure how I want to do this Smoking Tekken. So I'm kind of reluctant to do that. But yeah, I'm recovering, so I'm gonna make a peanut butter jelly and banana sandwich. But yeah, you want to have something going on in the background. And me, I'm gonna eat peanut butter and jelly. One and a half to be exact. That's 3 slices with 1 cut in half. The banana is medium sized. And this is because I don't want to eat the banana too much on its own. I just really want it for the slices for the sandwich. And this is because I need potassium. so I don't end up getting cramped up trying to stretch out. But the worst thing the worst feeling you can have when playing a fighting game is hunger. And this is why whenever you play fighting games, you always want to keep in mind like where you're at in terms of like hunger, and you always want to have some type of situation set up. Always have some food. Do not let yourself starve. It just have something. Have food on you. Have food around you. Have it on you. Have it accessible. Because fighting and hunger, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, man, fighting and hunger. Fighting makes you so hungry. And trust me when I tell you, have the food on you. Do not, because trust me, you're gonna be sitting there to the point where you're gonna have to go get food, and then you got to think about fighting the whole time, and you know what I'm saying, like you all anticipating the fight and simultaneously get food. That's too much. All right, you always need to have food accessible to you. Enough food to where if you do need to get food, then you're never like hungry to the point where you know what I'm saying, like you're tripping over your decisions and you don't really know where you're supposed to go. Like you can't think about what you want to do, like because you're so hungry. You need to have food to where if you're like as you start running out of food based on how fast you were eating food, how you're gonna plan out your situation. You could use that food to help save you time while you're trying to figure everything out. But yeah, have food on you. And similar to also have hand wipes and stuff like that. When you're playing these people in person, especially. See, the thing about playing online is like, and versus like playing in real life is like you have the comfort of your house when you're playing online. So so you're really playing like the best case scenario. Even though in your mind, you're thinking to yourself like, oh man, like we're not really playing well. But you have to understand, like you're like literally in your house. Like if there was ever a home field, you're on it. So it's these conditions you want to try your best to sustain when you're out, because when you're out everything is difficult, and something as simple as holding a conversation is a lot more difficult. So it's like when you're like, kind of when you want to work on these things, be conscious and aware of these things, aside from you just being online just playing. One thing you'll notice is like people that are like take games serious. A lot of times, this is why their faces will be all sudden. They'll almost seem like they don't eat food at all. Like they just be playing games all the time, and this is why. It's just they don't have experience dealing with the game, and everything that comes with it. These are people that get to a point where they're like, man, if I'm gonna get anything else done in my life, I can't be playing video games, and that's they're not able to understand all the things that come with it, like eating and how much time you should actually play. They can't mitigate these things simultaneously. So for that reason, they have to give up the game entirely a lot of times. And this is just experience. And this for me, I know comes from just simple fact of just playing video games for a lifetime, throughout college, selling consoles, which, everyone knows it's like doing it so many times. Going experience mastering games at certain points, only like not play it for years on end. it's like you go through these experiences and then you look back at them and then you look at it and it's like, okay, well, I probably could have eaten food. I'm pretty sure that would have made it a lot easier for me to have done these things. Or it's this wisdom that kind of like goes a long way. More so than just like a video game tutorial. you know, because the thing about video games is this: if you're good at them, then you're the type of person that plays video games. It's just what it is. So everything else in between that is just basically just learning from experience. And learning to do what? Learning to make it easy on yourself and learning to like be able to be more proficient getting through it time after time. As the dojo gets crowded, I start playing new characters, and from my experience of playing characters prior, I'm able to learn these characters faster and more proficiently. It's the same series of this. It's the same course. It's the same thing with everything you do, and even more so with everything you do with the game. I mean, it's all the same process, just throughout different aspects of the game. And one aspect of the game that a lot of people overlook is outside of the game. While playing the game, like physically, literally while playing the game. And this is why you want to have food and something going on, some music or something like that. Just but more than anything, you don't want to starve.
challenger